What's up guys, Retro Django here, back with another video. I hope you enjoyed my vampire videos. We're done with the emulation, we're going after the real deal now. Or hardware recreation, we're done with stuff like that. Now it's all about Motorola love, man. I have got Blizzard lined up, I have got Apollo cards lined up, 030, 060, and I have got Terriblefire. A couple of days ago, we reviewed the Terriblefire TF1260. That's the first Terriblefire card I have ever had in my hands, and build quality, engineering, stability, compatibility, Terriblefire 330, 10 out of 10. Plug and play. I love it. It's such a nice card, man. Such a nice card. I don't have time for this, but I'm gonna just power it through because I'm gonna show you the Terriblefire 1260 today. We're gonna power through, and I just can't wait, man. This video should be done next week, but I can't wait. So we have got this beautiful Amiga 1200 with a 16 gigabyte compact flash card and a 28 megahertz 020 card with 8 RAM. It runs WHD load games amazing, but the best option is the 030 processor with 50 megahertz. Okay, that's the top. If you jump to 040, you will have compatibility issues with WHD load gaming. I have made dozens and dozens of videos. Issues. Yes, you can fiddle around, but it's not as smooth as the 030. Okay, same goes for 060. But why is the 060 so nice? We're gonna talk about that. So today we have this on the menu. We have got a nice Motorola CPU, guys. Oh, I love it. And we have got an 8 gigabyte compact flash card, an IDE to CF reader interface, and we have got the Terriblefire 1260 card. Now, as I can see here, let's check the cons first. These new connectors, if you want to use them, they're a bit thicker than the old ones. You have to, can you see? Yeah, this screw, you have to unscrew it so the motherboard can lift a bit and then put this card on. It's an unfortunate, but it is what it is. We can't get the old connectors. I haven't seen them. The first minus there, and the next one is this little patch card they have. It can be a voltage regulator or some sort of patch, something that came later on, or just a voltage regulator. I don't know. First time I have this in my hands, but it could be nice if it was one board only, guys. But yeah, maybe another revision, it will be included here. So let's just take a closer look here. It says Terriblefire 1260 staying grounded since 2016. That's the Amiga war going on. I'm not a part of it. I don't care about it. Okay, so we have got bus CPLD up here, RAM CPLD down here, and we have got, I'm not sure, 64 or 128 megs of RAM. Don't know. I have seen one video where Steven Leary talked about it. Of this card, the engineer, the designer, the everything behind this card, Mr. Steven Leary from, he's such a great guy. At that video he said that this wasn't a program to be, run as a bootable IDE connector yet, so I don't know if it's programmed. Just write down in the comments below, then we can make a video part 2, but as of right now, of my knowledge, I don't think you can boot here. Okay, so let's just install a processor. As you can see, the 060 is missing. Let's just put on a CPU and be done with it. But before we do that, I just have one thing I want to tell you guys. You guys are writing to me. Retro Django, are you a member of the Supreme Amiga Users Special Club? Special, super elite, team elite special. What whatever the name is, there's nothing called Elite Club and oh, you're one of the luckiest, one of the first, waiting list, long waiting list and stuff like that. Stop it, okay? Stop asking stuff like that. That's just gibberish. Just we're not fourth graders, okay? This is not a schoolyard, okay? It's not about my dad is stronger than your dad. Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one simple thing, okay? Mr. Mark Brown, Superduper, okay? Mark Brown, Superduper. So, I was out with my pinball friends. Pinball is my passion. Pinball is my hobby. I love pinball machines, okay? So I get a phone call from my Amiga interested friend, and he says, Retro Django, I think I want to buy a Terriblefire 1260. Do you want one? And I was like, dude, I'm out playing pinball, drinking. Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. He said, okay. 20 minutes later, he texted me on Messenger and he said, I ordered a TF1260. And I said, yeah, great, buddy. 1 hour later, he wrote to me, dude, it's already packed and it's on the way to be shipped to Denmark. No waiting, no special, nothing. Write to Superduper, pay the money. It's all about money. It's nothing. You're not in an elite club if you buy one of these. That's laughable, man. So just contact Superduper, Mark Brown, pay him the money, he ships. Okay. So this is how it is. It came right away. I mean, let me see the build quality, soldering quality here. It looks great, man. It looks great. Okay, so let's just install this CPU here and try this 8GB card. Maybe it has got some special files. We don't know, guys. Okay, let me just cut this and show everything when it's installed. So when you install a chip here, then you can see that at this corner it's missing a leg. And the same thing is happening down here. So just carefully. It should just slide down over here. Just checking all the legs, that everything's okay. And don't just push one side. Push gently a little at the time, just like I did. And now, as you can see, we have got a beautiful 060 processor installed. That's about it. Now it will run at 50 megahertz, and an 060 card running at 50 megahertz, you can actually run it like this. You don't need additional cooling. Let's install this bad boy. So when I pulled out the old card I found out about, I was running with Kickstart 3.0. I updated to 3.1. So when you mess around with an 060, then use a 3.1, okay, not 3.0. So yeah, and my own 16GB is off. I don't remember if I have the 060 libs there. So we're using the 8GB that was included. Thanks Superduper. Superduper. He just super duper. Same day shipping. Everything is just. And also one thing I just want to tell you guys. I'm one of those geeks, nerds that likes to look at the soldering job. It has to be beautiful. I don't like those blah blah blah, I'm done, next card. No, I want it to be beautiful looking. That's my OCD. And Superduper, his soldering skills are great. So yeah, 2-chip, 128 fast. Can you see the fast RAM? Now you can. We have got AIBB. I don't care about that. We have got sysinfo. Nice. Let's take a speed test here. Now, while it's doing that, I'm gonna tell you something. Now, as you can see, it's the 060. 37,000 dry stones, 70 times faster than Amiga 600, 39 MIPS, but 27.95 M flops. Now, as I said earlier, 020 is nice for WHD load gaming. 030 is the best. 040, 060 has got compatibility issues. No matter who says what, if you don't like to fiddle around, activate, deactivate cache, do this, do that, deactivate original CPU. If you don't want to mess around with all sort of stuff, if you just like plug and play just like me, keep it to the 030. If you go up to an 060, you go up to an 060, you buy the Terriblefire 1260 because you want to run them AGA demos. You want to use, you want to watch We Come in Peace. Those demos needs an FPU 68060 plus 6888-2, a built-in FPU inside the CPU. So buying a Terriblefire 1260 and choosing a CPU without an FPU, I mean, come on, you know what I mean? So then you have an 060 that is not that good for gaming. It has got compatibility issues. It doesn't have an FPU, so you can't run, FPU required if you want to use some programs that requires FPU and you want fast speed, you can't use that CPU. So buying an 060, Terriblefire 1260, and choosing a CPU without FPU makes no sense in my world. Absolutely no. Because if you want a game, don't do this. I mean, so choose a CPU revision that has got the built-in FPU. Okay, if you listen to me, do it that way. Okay, of course it's up to you. Of course, it's also about money. But if you ask me, with an 060, always choose a CPU that has got an FPU built in. Oh, crappy reading speed here. 1.2 megs. 1.3, laughable. Okay. Which Amiga? Version 1.33. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. Let me see. Maybe it's not easy to read. It says Motorola 68060 at 42 megahertz. It runs at 50 megahertz, okay. Revision 6. Now, the CPU is the revision 6, and the revision 6 has got an FPU, 68060 FPU, 68060 MMU running. Great stuff. Kickstart 3.1, your Amiga is an Amiga 1200. Now, the 060, it runs fine at 50 megahertz. At this one has got FPU, so if we have demos in here, we can run demos. But the fun part is making that CPU run faster. I couldn't see any jumpers, but I'm thinking about maybe, and this is just something I'm thinking about, maybe we have some sort of tools, just like on my warp card. Terriblefire 1260 IDE. No, Amiga mount, MMU lips, Quake, test, sysinfo, Quake movie, something with syschest, movie, admin, no, system, my files, utility, TF tools, CPU speed, fan control. It has got, output for powering the fan if you want. What's this? CPU speed LC. No, we are not using an LC CPU. Come on. So CPU speed. Oh, I hope it's just like on my Warp 1260. I can just choose how many megahertz. That could be nice. What is this? Terriblefire CPU speed. Guys, this is first time ever I'm experiencing this. I'm sharing everything with you guys. I have no time for this. I'm just powering everything through. We can make a part 2. You know 1,000 times more than me about this card. Write it down in the comments below. Let's write to each other back and forth. If you have some ideas how to do this, how to do that, some tips and tricks, share them with me. We have TF1260, TF1260, clock control device found. CPU speed 50 megahertz, clock phase 1. What is this, man? How do I write CPU speed? CPU speed 60. I don't know. Guys, if you know how to do this, I have never worked on Amiga before. I had an Amiga 600 with floppy games. That's it. I have never, I don't even know. I don't know how to use this. When I became a teenager, I got me a 486 DX4 100 megahertz. If you ask me something about MS-DOS, CD, directory, object-bad configs, I know everything about it, but nothing about this. Amiga, it's just love and passion. I love gaming. So if you know how to set this, write it down in the comments below. We're going to make next week I'm gonna make, part 2 of this video. So yeah, it's nice. We have got games here. We've got Doom, Gloom, demos. Oh yes, we have to have a sensation. Come on. Is it here? I feel Alfred. Art. AS. Wait. Assemble. No. I wanted to run a sensation. Oh, demo. Amazing amplifier. Atom HGA. Let's run that. 1996. All right. Remember, it runs at 50 megahertz. Oh, yes. I think revision, was it revision 1? It has also have an FPU. Oh man, I mean this 68060, super nice CPU. Especially the revision 6, it runs so cold at 50 megahertz. It's just laughing at me, man. It's such a nice CPU. Super duper, great build, man. Looks amazing, and shipping first day, it's absolutely top notch. And let's try again. And Steven Leary, man, you are just the man. Thank you for doing this. This is amazing, man. Let's try. Oh, I played Switchblade, and that is. Let me see if I have that game here before I talk about it. 2 seconds, guys. Don't have enough room here. Okay, wait. It's filled. What was it? Syndicate. Switchblade 2, yeah. I made a video with Vampire, and we had so much issues with this game in particular. It had graphical glitches. Now on the 030 it runs great. I don't know how it runs on the 060. Let's just give it a go. Yeah. This ran fine on the Vampire also. Maybe this one also has glitches. Yeah, come on. Nice. Next week, I'm definitely gonna make a part 2 of this review because I'm loving everything about it. Oh, let's see if it has. Oh, you know what? No graphical glitches, no delays, no nothing. I mean, it's the 060. Oh, it's so snappy. It's so nice. How much does this card cost? I think it was it 200, 250 or something like that. It's not that expensive, guys. I mean, compared with a Blizzard 1260, it's so cheap. And Steven Leary, he wants to, make Amiga products and make them open source and give it to the people and make them so cheap. I mean, Steven Leary's products, it destroys everything else, man. This is the second time I use a Terriblefire product, and I must say, it's amazing. I have other 060 cards. I have got the Warp, the Warp 1260 has got everything built in. You don't need anything else, but just for the fun of it, I want to buy this. Oh, I played this game with at the review yesterday with my Warp card. I died here 2 times, I think because of the delay, because of the lag on the joystick. Now this is just bam! Wow, man. Let's try another game. Delete. Strider. Let's try Alien Breed 3D. Oh, a lot of games. There. Alien Breed 2 3D AGA. No, not that one. It has to. Alien Breed 3D. Killing Grounds. Alien Breed 3D 2 AGA 4 megabyte version. Yeah. Let's see how it handles that. Again, 060 revision 6, running at 50 megahertz with 128 RAM. Yeah. Team 17. Ocean. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Into space. Go. You can see I have no, what's it called? I don't like to wait. What's it called? I have no patience. Nothing. Okay. Yeah. How do I shoot? Yeah, you know what? At 50 megahertz, it sucks at 50 megahertz. Oh. Oh, man. 060 with 50 megahertz makes no sense. No sense to me. Runs bad. Let's try. We had other games here. Wait. Also, something's wrong because drive reading speed per megabyte is just per second. That was too slow. Demos. Work. Amiquake. Again, 50 megahertz. Yeah. Let's just see for the fun of it how it runs. I mean, if you guys know how to set the clock speed to 100, please write it on the comments below, because at 50, I don't think it will run that good. But let's just take a look. This CPU, I mean, this card is made for enjoying demos, like We Come in Peace with FPU. Wow, that would be great. As I can see, it runs slow. Yeah, too slow. This is not enjoyable. I would never play like this. Don't get angry now. It's nothing about me hating Terriblefire or Some people, when they have this card, then this card is their Bible, and if you say something negative, they just explode. I have found out about that in the Amiga community. Never before have I experienced nothing like that before. I showed the vampire how it played, and the vampire fanboys just flipped. So, Terriblefire fans, this is how it runs at 50 megahertz with a card from Superduper. I haven't done anything. Everything's just set up and ready to go. It's not my fault it runs like this. It's because it's at 50 megahertz, okay? But we have to put that speed up, maybe up to 100. That could be great, and I'm sure this game will run perfect. So until then, have a great day out there. If you want to buy one of these cards, just contact Superduper. He will send it right away. Build quality is fine. It's cheap. It's just great, man. It's just great. Should we check one more game? And be Quake. Which Amiga games? Oh man. F10 to quit. WST load 18.5. Does it run? An old game that required, kickstart 1.3, 68,000, 7 megahertz CPU, Eye of the Beholder 2. Oh man, memories. Wow, I love this. But again, guys, I must tell you, I am having so much fun with this card costs, what, $50 or something like that, It has got a little 020 that runs at 28 megahertz, 8 megs of RAM. You can run almost all 95% of the WHT games, and it runs, fully compatible. Oh, one game, wait. One game that my Amiga 4000 with 040 has so much issues with. It could be fun to try here, just for the fun of it, okay? Just give me 2 minutes more, guys. And then we'll be done with this video. Come on, clean this up. And it's called Shadow of the Beast 1. On my 040 Amiga 4000 with WHT load, it runs bad. Let's see how it runs now with the 060. Terriblefire. Steven Leary, thank you, my friend. Thank you. I know you're watching my videos. I know you're commenting on my videos. Thank you, man. A lot of love and passion from Denmark, from Retro Django to you. Thank you for doing this. Oh, nice. Wow, man, it runs great. Alright, guys, I want to end this video by saying thank you to my supporters on Patreon. If you want to support this channel on Patreon, check out the link Patreon-Retro Django. Have a great day out there, and I will see you on the part 2 after I know how to set up the CPU clock. Then we will try some demos and some games again, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Have a nice one. Bye.